Hey everyone, welcome back to the Max Voltage YouTube channel. So you want to buy an NVIDIA RTX 5090? Are you sure? After this video, I think you might just change your mind. Today we're diving into the fiery drama surrounding the RTX 5090 and the power connector. Yep, you heard that right. Just like the 4090, or is it? Not just like the 4090, it's worse. Well, and also, maybe it's not fire. But you know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Is this a design flaw, user error, or just NVIDIA testing the limits of hot tech? Stick around because we're breaking it down. First, let me say thank you to DerBauer and sorry, I don't even know if I said that right. DerBauer, I think is how you pronounce it. And actually hardware overclocking. Yes, the whole thing. Actually hardware overclocking. Their YouTube channels for the information presented in their videos. The information in this video is a summary of the info they presented. So much respect to these two guys. Please go check out their channels and check out their videos on this subject. Links to their videos on this subject are in the description. With that out of the way, here's what happened. A Reddit user, Evan6953 from Berlin, posted some crispy photos of his RTX 5090, a melted power cable, and even a damaged PSU. Evan's no newbie. He's a seasoned PC enthusiast who's been through the 2080 Ti, 3090, 4090, and now the 5090. He is always on the bleeding edge. Clearly not his first rodeo. And guess what? He was kind enough to lend his fried hardware for inspection to DerBauer. So what led to this horrific event? Evan was just playing Battlefield 5.5, or as we say in the cycling industry, just riding along, pulling around 500 to 520 watts. Suddenly, there's a burnt smell. He immediately turned off his computer. And voila, crispy connections. On inspection, one of the 12-volt high power pins was absolutely torched. But here's the kicker. Damage was not just limited to the GPU side. The PSU connector was also fried, and 5 out of the 6 12-volt pins on the PSU side were melted. That's not just bad luck, that's catastrophic. Losing a power supply, high power supply, and a GPU all at once. Now, the Reddit detectives were quick to call it user error or blame third-party cables. But Evan used Mod DIY Cable, a reputable name in the PC community known for quality. Plus, he double-checked his connections religiously. So is this really a plug it wrong issue? Spoiler alert, after DerBauer's, hey, there I said it right, testing and analysis done by actually hardcore overclocking, this is highly unlikely. So DerBauer put this to the test with his own setup. He fired up a thermal camera to replicate the issue, running a stress test at 575 watts on the 5090. And within minutes, the cables connected to the PSU hit over 140 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than your GPU should ever be. The culprit? Uneven current distribution. One wire was pulling over 20 amps, while its neighbor was not even hitting 2 amps or barely hitting 2 amps. That's like having one person carrying a sofa while everyone else holds a pillow. I mean, everyone has friends like that are only helping with a move for the pizza and beer, right? Not cool, Jim, but I digress. So what's causing this uneven load? It boils down to poor connector and power circuit design. Unlike the 3090 Ti, which balances current across multiple shunt resistors, the 5090 Founders Edition, along with the 4090, treats all power input as one giant blob of 12 volt. No balancing, no checks. While I don't know why only 2 wires out of the 6 are carrying most of the current, what we do know is that there is nothing in the design to prevent it. You might wonder, why didn't the 3090 Ti or even the 4090, especially the 4090, catch fire like this? Well, we did see some issues with the 4090 that were attributed to proper power connection insertion, leading to a power connector change. The reason we will still see many more 5090 issues is very simple. Headroom. The 4090 had about 46% power headroom to the spec. The 5090, just 15%. Less margin for error means even minor issues can go nuclear. And with power demands creeping higher, the design flaws become harder to ignore. So what can you do? First, don't buy a 5090. This is what I'm doing. I really wanted one, but not anymore. If you're going to throw caution to the wind, always double check your connections. Make sure they're fully seated. Second, invest in at least a cheap thermal imaging camera so you can run a test under load to see if your PSU, cable, and GPU combo suffer from the same issue that this Reddit user had, as well as DerBauer was able to replicate. And manufacturers, maybe it's time to redesign your power circuit before someone gets hurt. In the end, this isn't just about a single burnt GPU. It's a wake-up call for GPU design. As we push for more power, the safety margins are shrinking. And NVIDIA seems to be putting less focus on safety with their power circuit in the 5000 series. Let's hope NVIDIA and PSU manufacturers take note before we all have to use the fire extinguishers that we should all have next to our computers, and that we actually have to use them on our computers. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button on your way out and subscribe for more tech insights and crypto insights. And stay safe out there. The General is out. Have a good day, everyone.